welcome to another episode on the server. So today I'm going to do a slightly different setup for the episode. I want to go into the planning stage of a huge project in addition to the aesthetics and building and things like that. So I am currently in what is going to be our Nether Grand Central Station. So we have a huge Nether network, and it's great. It's cobblestone tunnels and portals and things like that, but I get really lost. I get lost in a simple area, let alone something complex. So I went and I mapped out all of the different portals. I just went into a coordinate plotter. I found a website online, and I plotted every single portal, coordinates, and just kind of got an overview of it. And then what I decided to do is I brought it into Photoshop because that's where I'm really comfortable. And I just took a look at where everything is and kind of started to group things together. So we're going to have one main Grand Central Station. And then each of the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, will have a secondary smaller station. And then from there, it will break out into all of the different portals and the different little access tunnels and things like that. So in addition to that, I want to color code everything. Just very similar to the New York subway. So I started out, I have 4 colors here. I might actually change the black one because that's really hard to see. But I wanted something that was, I wanted 4 very different colors. I know at least one of the players on the server is colorblind, so I want to make sure that it's very obvious. So if I would pick similar green and red, he would not be able to see which line he's taking. So I do want to double check with him that these colors work before I go too far. But for now, they're just in the hub here, so it's not a huge deal if I have to change them out. And then the black one, like I said, is really hard to see when laying it down and trying to find different blocks and things like that. So I might actually change that to dark gray. Haven't decided yet, but again, not too far, so it doesn't really matter. Now, just to kind of go around, I did some fun lighting here. We have glass panes in the middle, iron bars and end rods, and it creates these chandelier type things which match the coloring of each rail. And then pulling the colors in more, I'm going to first off probably color code different sections here. So I want to have shop stalls and information booths and all the types of things that you find at a train station or a bus station, airport terminal, anything like that. So all those things will also be added into these sections here. Above ground, I want to do one of those maps that you use concrete for. People use them for logos and decoration and things like that. And I want to create a subway map with it, which will have these colored lines and basically be an overview of the plotted Photoshop that I had shown you. And then that way it'll help you navigate. So if you know where you want to go, you'll be able to be like, oh, I need to take the red line to the second stop. And I'm thinking of naming things. I need to come up with a naming convention. So is it, I want to look at a couple different subway structures in real life and see how they do. Because I knew New York has the F train and things like that. And I want to make sure it's easy to understand. So it's not just some convoluted naming convention or system that I come up with. But I'm thinking incorporating the directionality. I did go and check it out, and each one of these points in a direction. So the cyan one, I think that's cyan. It's like a teal color. That is north. So this would be the north line. So maybe it would be N dash 1 would be north stop 1. But then if you're coming the other direction, then it's no longer 1. So I'm not 100% sure how I want to do the namings, but I think if I number them coming away from the hub and then coming back in, it indicates directionality. So if you would get turned around, you know, oh, I'm heading this way. And then it also, you know, if we do N, E, S, and W, pulls in that those directions as well. I haven't decided yet how to mark. Maybe it'll be like a bulletin board type thing. So like, you know, how do you know which train to take or which plane? So, you know, flight blah 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 is leaving from terminal so and so. So putting up a thing that, oh, if you want to go to the mob farm, it's, you know, I forget where the mob farm is, but, you know, go to this line and this stop, and then just have like a big directory. I could do it with signs. I could do it possibly, yeah, I think signs might be the easiest, so that we could have like a big placard and have all the different stop, you know, all the different portals and which line to take and how to get there, with a map as well. I think that could be helpful. And while I'm talking here, I'm just filling in some of these spaces with slabs. I will probably be changing stuff up once I start designing the actual track. But, you know, I wanted to kind of show where I was kind of thinking of going. Now, one thing that I was doing while I was trying to come up with this subway system, I was obviously looking at the colors that were available and not just making them differentiate from each other, but also look good together. So I created this color palette that, you know, still looks good as a whole while being very obvious as to the differences for each one. Alright guys, so I built a little bit off camera. As you can see, I am standing on a very red tunnel here. And I just wanted to take a minute to kind of show off a few things that I've done here. I've turned this into a super cool looking tunnel. I have these decorative areas. These are quartz blocks and slabs that make this nice sort of triangular design, and then added in end rods for light so that it's not so dark, as the Nether is quite a dark place. And I added the red glass on the sides, still have the slabs down here, still have the travel path, and then this is going to branch all the way over to the red station. But that is all I really have time for today, so I wanted to kind of show that off, but then I'm gonna bolt. So thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel, and then I will see you next time. Thank you, and have fun building.